Hi, welcome to another edition of Legal Quilts. Today we're going to be printing on fabric paper. I love working with panels, but sometimes you can't find exactly what you want, or you've taken that really great picture that you'd love to preserve and turn into a wall hanging or something. So you can. You can take that picture or the design you've made that you want to print as a panel, and you just print it on this specially designed fabric sheet. This one is by EQ Printables, and I've used other brands. I've heard this is the best, so I'm trying this time. All right, what it is again, it's just inkjet. You put it through your inkjet printer, and I'll show you how to print and all the steps that you do it. Always read the directions because each company has slightly different directions, okay? But always read the directions. But it's a pretty simple process, and then you wind up with something. What I'm using is the 4 seasons. I took this picture out of spring, summer, fall, winter from the same spot over the same part of the backyard into the green space behind our house. And because I wanted to show the different seasons and everything. And at the end, I will show you what all 4 of them together look like. What I'm going to do, I think, is put these together as an attic window. So it's kind of a view out a window. And I will show you that when I finish it. So that's what we're going to do today. So on to the next step, the first step, which is printing.
Printing on fabric paper is it's pretty simple. The main thing is you have to remember to put the fabric paper in the right way. You want to print on the fabric side, not the backing side. And if this is the first time you're doing it, let me tell you what I do. If I haven't done this for a while, I put a mark on one side of the piece of paper and I put it mark side down into the paper feeder. Then I just print something in black and white so I don't waste my color ink. And when it comes out, if the printing is on the same side as the mark, I know to put the fabric paper down. If I know to put fabric side down, if it's on the other side, I know to put fabric side up. And that way you know you're getting it on the correct side. It's not the end of the world if you get it on the wrong side, but you got to do it again. You've wasted all the ink and everything. Once you've got that done, though, you're simple. See, I've got my pictures here. There's 2 of spring because they were wrong. One of them was landscape, and I needed it portrait like the other one. So we're going to print fall this time, okay? And it's really easy. You can crop and you can play around with your pictures and everything. But then once you're done, you just go here, you hit print, you go through, make sure you've got the right printer. It does need to be an inkjet printer. If you don't print it, it won't work on a laser printer because the ink has to seep into the paper and set. It won't do that with a laser, even if you've got a color laser. And you can print these different sizes. Sometimes I just print small ones. You saw for the memory quilt of the year's travels, then I use smaller ones. This one I'm just using full size because I want to make pretty much borderline wall hanging lap quilt out of this. So you just hit print and you're done. Ignore that little message. I know I'm running low on ink, and that is it.
After you're done printing, you need to soak it to get off the excess. Now, before you soak it, remember we said print on the fabric side, not the backing side? You need to, and of course now it's being difficult, just peel off that backing like this, okay? Just peel it off, toss it aside, and then you're going to slide your picture into a pan of cool water, room temperature, and put it in there. Now, it might curl up a little bit, but that's okay. Now, some brands say to iron it afterwards. EQ does not. EQ Principles do not. But if you see some curling, which I'm getting a little bit, you're going to want to do that just to set it. And I'll show that in the next step. but you just leave it in here for about 15 minutes to get all the excess ink out. And EQ reminds you of this, that it is a color catcher. That's how it gets the ink in here. So you might want to pre-wash your fabrics before you put them around it, so that if you wash it later, it doesn't bleed in. You don't get bleeding. And you want to be careful when you wash this. Some brands are machine washable. Apparently EQ8 isn't. EQ printables are not. So you want to be very careful with how you wash these, because you don't want to lose your picture. So you just leave it there. Now I'm going to show you how to iron, and then we're going to finish up in just a second. All right, so you've let it dry, so it's pretty much mostly dry or even completely dry. And if there's any little bit of dampness, you want to blot it. You don't want to smear, because if you smear it, you're going to get, you might smear the ink. Then you just heat your iron up to regular temperature and press. Again, you don't want to use a really high heat, and you don't want to smear it. So don't want to press real hard, but you can glide. Don't press real hard, okay? And then just get your corners down there, which is mostly what curls. Come on. Flip it over if you want to, and do the other side. And that's it, okay? Again, always read the directions for what to do, but that's all you do, and it's all done, and that is how you print on fabric paper. All right, nice little picture. Let's get you a good view of this, okay? Nice picture, all done. That's it. And that's it for this episode of Legal Quilts. Next time we're going to be laying out the quilt, sandwiching the double Irish chain quilt. I'm so excited about that because we're getting near the end. And again, work in progress. Winter is almost over. And then we'll start scrap summer, again, Memorial Day weekend. Please also double check my video on the group project for Ukraine. I'd love to hear from y'all if you're going to participate or not. I'm making my sunflowers. I hope y'all are too, but just check in occasionally, leave a comment on that video saying, yeah, I'm working on it or something, just so I know. And other than that, buy me a cup of tea so that you can continue to support my work. Visit my website and buy something if you want. Always love to hear from people. Constructive criticism is okay. Don't be a hater, okay? Don't criticize just to criticize. We're all here learning. We're all here to have fun. There are no quilt police. Just because I don't do it the way you do it doesn't make either one of us wrong. All right? So be kind. Let's have fun, because quilting should be fun. So until next time.